Hey, Zach.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Just working out.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we caught each other at perfectly convenient and normal, unscripted times here.
Of course.
You mind if I sit down?
Absolutely not.
Oh. I'm gonna do it anyway. How'd the podcast editing go?
Quite long. Just kidding, because one of the cameras failed. Guys,
We're sorry.
I am sorry. We normally have our phones recording the podcast. Unfortunately, the person that I normally use for the secondary camera did not come.
And that means it's entirely his fault and not whoever might have been recording the other.
Exactly. So we're not going to say who it was that we were using their phone, but I'm just going to say that it didn't have enough storage. And so
You didn't-
it stopped.
You didn't say whose it was, but he literally pointed a finger.
Anyway, so yes, for the first 8 minutes, or I think it's like at the 5.5 minute mark, the first camera will cut off, and then it will only have one camera, which will only show me and my cousin. I apologize. I am sorry. I promise it will not happen next time. But there is something else we wanted to bring up. I have mentioned Cal on the podcast before with Joel. It was whenever we were talking about the end of the year and the thank yous for everything like that. So I'm going to introduce you to Kenny, which you've already seen on the podcast, but he is one of the founders of Cal, and he has a message.
Yes. Not to mention the fact that it is, when he says one of the founders, it is me, Joel, and Connor, who have all been on the podcast. We are all founders for it. And also Zach is a part of it, and Amal. So a good chunk of us are pretty invested in this. But we just wanted to put it out there that Cal is this publishing business that we have gotten together to start, and we are meant to be, not only just publishing, but we want to tell stories, build worlds, be like a source out there for the people to come to, and try to get their name out there through a career that they love. But so, with our first project, and what we hope to get out soon, is an anthology set of series established through these sort of one-shots that we've all made stories for. And we actually have a GoFundMe, if no obligations, but if you wanted to take part in it, we really would appreciate it, which we'll have the links on
The description.
Yeah. Along with, our email and our Twitter and all the other sorts of fun stuff.
Of connection.
Yeah.
To us from.
But yeah, no. Aside from apologies on the
camera.
the camera situation, we just really wanted to sort of give this little shameless plug, as this is something we're all really enthusiastic about and really hopeful for.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy the episode of the podcast. Again, sorry for the camera, especially because there wasn't an episode last week, and now this one's fucked up. So I apologize. I promise next week we'll not have any issues. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to the Vanity podcast. We did not have one last week due to the fact that I was too tired to record.
And we were building a PC.
Yes, so
It took us 8 hours.
Yeah, it took us 8 hours.
Yeah, and so you supplemented it with a highlight reel.
Yeah, and so I did post a stream highlights on my YouTube channel. I have been streaming, I wouldn't say consistently, but I have been streaming more than I ever have.
You've been streaming a lot recently, comparatively.
Yes. I am going to starting tomorrow, I'm going to be actually having a stream schedule Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then if I'm free before we record these podcasts on Sunday, then I'll stream beforehand. Like today, I actually ended up streaming me playing Persona 5 for the first time because they've been asking me to play Persona for a very long time.
And then I finally made you sit down and play Persona 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I'm scared that you say you're going to have a consistent schedule because I'm going to wake up, play a game, and you go, "Hey, Amal, let's stream this." And I go, "No, I just want to play my game in peace."
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna force you guys to stream with me or whatever game you're playing.
No, I want to watch you experience Persona 5.
Yeah.
So I'm down.
I mean, I'm okay with you streaming Persona 5
Yeah.
as well. I just want to watch you play it and see what you do, and then yell at you every time you make a wrong choice.
Yeah, there
like
you go.
Date Futaba, she's bad.
We're leaving that aside. That is a conversation out of this podcast. I cannot wait for you to choose Anne as your best girl because you're going to.
So
Yeah,
I'm not-
I see
before
it.
we
I see it.
before we actually
There
start,
is nothing wrong with Anne. She's just a little bit too basic for my taste.
yeah, and I'm gonna be upset if I actually end up choosing her.
You will.
So before we do anything more, I need to introduce, because no one has seen this face before, Ethan.
Hello.
This is the cousin that I have talked about on my podcast,
Yes.
where I have obviously supplied him with weed. You can look at him and see.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, yes, that is the troublesome cousin that gets grounded 24/7. That actually does
That's
nothing
me.
wrong.
Stop getting grounded, coward.
So how is it getting grounded from the gym?
It's just a vibe, I guess. I mean,
How do you get grounded from a gym?
um,
Work out at home, dummy.
I need dumbbells and machines and stuff.
Do
I-
you though?
I can't. Yeah. Otherwise, I can't look how I look. Otherwise, I would look skinnier because I need dumbbells and barbells and weights. But my mom's like, no.
I have dumbbells.
Nice. I have
You
10
can
pound
have them.
dumbbells.
I have 25 and 35 pound dumbbells. You can
use
take
them?
those. Yeah, sometimes.
Where are they?
I've
never
seen one of
They're
them
in
on
my
the ground.
closet.
What?
They're both in my closet.
I-
I sometimes use them, but not regularly.
For what?
I
purposes?
helped you move your stuff in, and I didn't see any dumbbells. How
That's
did they
because,
elude me?
that's because they were in my car and I just never took them, and we just took the bags out and we called
Yeah.
it a day.
I saw
moved
one
them
of
in
them.
Yeah, they're both in my closet.
Yeah.
So, what purposes do you have them for?
What else do you?
He
to kill
doesn't-
Kenny.
he doesn't-
I
To
smacked
kill
him.
Kenny.
She used them as coasters.
Yeah. No.
I use them as
Paperweight.
weighted doorstops.
He doesn't leave his room, so he has to use the dumbbells to get the exercise that he doesn't get by walking.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
when-
walking
when you play
exercises
baseball,
your
that's
arms.
just
That's two different muscles there, pal.
No, walking exercises your arms.
No.
Yeah,
No.
100%.
You just tape them to your legs and
If
you
you
go down the
hold
stairs.
Yeah.
a bunch.
dumbbells and walk,
Just-
it's a farmer's walk. If you hold dumbbells and you walk, like you go like heavy dumbbells, it works your shoulders and your
Farmer's
forearms.
walk?
Yeah.
Farmer's walk.
It's supposed to like replicate tools.
Yeah,
I
like
guess,
the
like-
heavy water buckets and
Yeah,
stuff.
like water buckets and stuff. Like in those movies, they have like the big wooden thing with the buckets on them.
Yeah,
They have
those.
those.
Yeah, like
I
water
think
buckets.
farmers. I think farmers do those more, but that's what it's called, I guess.
So yeah, I he's been asking me to go to the gym a lot.
Yeah, he's skinny. Look,
Yeah,
he's skinny.
Teeny tiny Zach.
teeny boy.
He's skinny.
Yeah, but it's cute.
Oh, thanks.
Okay,
but
but just imagine how sexy it's gonna be when he gets fucking ripped.
Yeah,
and the thing is that like I went to the gym. I somewhat went to the gym consistently for about 3 weeks, and then
like once a day type thing.
yeah,
And then
That's
you
good.
played
And then you're
Minecraft
like
until
not
5
cheap.
a.m.
and then I played Minecraft until 5 a.m.
and then you didn't wake up
and then
during the daytime.
and then it was awful. No, but then I don't know. I just after the day of working, I just could bring myself to actually go to the gym, and so I just stopped going.
Well, I mean, I try to go as much as I can, even though
Yeah, I know.
get grounded. If I'm failing one class, even with the 69 for one day, internet, gym,
Nice.
gone. So
She
That's
doesn't
what's
even
up.
like.
Literally, what good does grounding your kid from making themselves healthy do?
yeah,
We've
she
made
doesn't
this
understand
argument.
That. She's like, oh, you enjoy that? Gone.
That's exactly what it is. That's the only reason
Yeah, she
because
said-
he
she said
enjoys
that
the
to me.
gym. He enjoys the gym more than video games.
You're grounded from reading. What's that? You got to read for class? Grounded
Yeah,
from it.
and
Don't
you know-
go to English.
What's
She
even,
she shows a gun out of her purse. She's like, "Don't go to class tomorrow."
Don't you
What's-
goddamn read.
what's even worse is that like, why don't you explain why you go to the gym and why it's worse
What do you
for
mean?
the fact that you're getting grounded?
I
your
imagine
purpose of going to the
part of
gym.
it is like a stress reliever.
Well, yeah.
Like,
so,
people do that.
It's almost. I know this sounds like fucking retarded, but it's like anime.
I'm sorry, we
Like,
don't say bad words here.
This is a
autistic.
sorry.
Christian,
It's a
it's a
Christian
Christian
channel.
podcast.
Yeah, it's like anime. You just get to zone out from everything and just do that. I mean, I started because I was like super skinny. I was like barely 100 pounds. And yeah, I just enjoyed it a lot. And I just really found my passion. I love going every day as much as I can. But I mean, yeah, I started because
I just really hated being out of shape. I ate like garbage all the time.
Like I do currently.
Yes.
I think like we all do currently.
Yeah.
I
But-
mean, I still try to eat as best as I can, but I don't have a job, so I can't meal prep and like actually eat properly. So I just try to do what I can. But yeah, I just find it really stress relieving. I just get to zone out from everything else. But I need music. Like
Anime music is the best while
Yeah,
working out.
do you anime music and then pump yourself up with
for PRs,
Adamas?
yes.
If we had to list off some of like the top songs from anime to use as like workout music,
Yeah.
something to just get you pumped, literally first thing that came to mind, Sonochi no Kyoku from JoJo,
From JoJo, of course.
because that is literally the end of the world. Shit gets fucking hype.
I need to watch JoJo. I watched like the first 7 episodes, and then I just
Part one's bad.
I wasn't.
It is
I
outright.
wasn't
He likes
hating
part
it.
1.
We'll see. Okay, so
No, I don't like it. I just wasn't hating it.
I hate it.
No, I wasn't
Well,
hating it.
I think-
didn't like it.
I
though.
think part of the thing with like using anime intros to get yourself hyped is that most of the time, at least for me especially, whenever you listen to an anime intro, if it has like no meaning for you, then
Right.
it's useless. So like the end of the world, yes, it's a good song and yes, it gets you hyped. and everything. Yeah, I mean, it's not even knowing the lyrics though.
But
It's
still.
just like because if you haven't watched JoJo, right, and you listen to that song, you go, yeah, I guess it's a good song.
yeah.
But I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
watch that like section or that part where that song came from, then you go, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Like there's a massive difference. I've literally had that experience with Beyond the Boundary, their intro song. I listened to it and I went, that's a pretty good song. And then I watched the anime and then listened to the intro every time now, and I just feel my blood like boil. I'm like, yeah.
Same, dude.
That is me with so Sonochi no Kyoku, 99.9, the Mob Psycho
Yes, I
season
was about
2
to say that. Yeah,
OP.
and Death Parade. Have
I know
like,
the OP.
dude,
I just haven't
it's-
seen it.
It's very upbeat, which is so ironic because it's like such a happy, upbeat type feel that you like love the intro. I love the intro. I'm only like 7 episodes in, but I fucking love it. I never skip it. But like I swear, the intro was so different from the anime because the anime is so like morbid and cruel.
Right, Death Parade.
Yeah, I, mean,
I know.
it's-
I also know about it. Like I know the synopsis. I've seen the OP.
I don't know if I would consider it an isekai because like
Yeah, I would.
the main characters are in that world, but they're I guess kind of it is. It's like I guess it's kind of like Devil's a Part-Timer where like someone like a fantasy world crosses over and
It's
goes
like
to
it's like a
normal. It's
parody
weird.
on
Yeah, it's like
for the
I
concept
don't know.
of that.
Yeah, kind
Which,
of.
by the way, Devil's a Part-Timer, also very, very good.
Very good.
Yeah, I
A
need to watch it.
solid comedy anime.
You haven't watched it yet?
No.
It is
Okay,
literally
watch it.
no, like
Is
literally.
it on Funimation?
I think
mean,
I
it was on
watched it
Netflix.
on-
I watched it on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's still
Yeah.
on Netflix.
I think
Yeah.
the only thing I've watched on Netflix is like Seven Deadly Sins. Which
Seven
is-
Deadly
I
Sins
haven't
is
watched that
Seven
yet.
Deadly- It's
It's
solid.
good.
It's wicked solid. It's not like the
Yeah.
best thing ever, but
The
it's just
animation's
fun.
cool.
Yeah, no, the animation, music. Hold on though.
I need to finish it.
Okay, fine.
If it's the same, if you were thinking of the same show
What?
for on another anime on Netflix,
Wait, what are we talking
Little
about?
Witch Academia.
Oh yeah, no, Little Witch slaps. Oh my god, literally every frame of that anime is animated to like this brilliant perfection. The music is great. It's the singer for the OP and ED because it's the same person for both seasons or whatever. It's like her debut as like composing and performing music.
Yeah.
That she like it's all her shit, you know? She just
It's dope.
man, it's great. I love that show.
Yeah.
It is just a happy, fun time until it becomes space. Because every trigger anime has to become space.
I mean, Netflix has really come out with like just so many more animes that like Netflix used to be known for like they would have like maybe Death Note and Seven Deadly Sins and like nothing really else. But yeah, they have. I was like scrolling through trying to find I think a Silent Voice. I rewatched it and they just have so
Yeah,
many
dude.
more animes.
Please watch A Silent Voice.
They're hold off that note. They are picking up anime as like an exclusive thing for them, as like they know it's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's cool though.
And also because it's fucking Netflix, so it's making it more available.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
people.
because a lot of people don't watch anime, but they have Netflix.
Deadass. If you're
yeah.
scrolling through and someone who is into Castlevania sees Castlevania Netflix exclusive, they're like, holy fuck, dude, and it's good. The Castlevania anime is good as hell.
Is there a
loved that
season
show
2?
when it came out?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen season 2.
But I'd like to say, as Zach, you recommend anime to us. What was it? A Silent Voice? Yeah,
Silent
that.
Voice.
Yeah.
But then
Fire.
you don't watch Kill la
But
Kill,
here's the thing.
JoJo, Haikyuu.
The things that
Oh yeah.
the things that I'm recommending to you aren't shows; they're movies.
Okay.
So
And-
all you have to do is just sit down and watch it once.
Hey,
Okay,
I mean,
yeah, same with these
dude.
episodes. You sit down and watch them once.
I
move
need
on
to
their-
watch
No.
it.
Sit down. No, shut up. Mob Psycho season 1 is 12 episodes. Season 2 is 12 episodes.
Yeah.
No, I think isn't it 13?
It might
Or
be
no, I'm
13.
thinking of the movie because
I don't
it's
know.
weird. Because okay, first off, if you are watching Mob Psycho season 1, if you watched it all, do not watch the movie. It's literally Reagan is like.
You're talking about the live action one, right?
No.
Or do you mean like the
No,
the
it's
cut?
it's
Like
in
the-
between season 1 and 2.
Okay, that's what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he's Reagan's like, hey, this famous con artist psychic girl wrote a book. Let's do it. And then Mob writes like a chapter or two. It's like a 3-chapter book, and Reagan reads the whole book, and he's like, oh. This isn't about me. Rips it in half at the end. That's the movie. It
Which,
doesn't make any sense.
By the way, Reagan Arataka is the best character ever made in anything ever.
and everything ever.
Anything ever. And then the close second is Lil Wayne from Grand Blue
Oh my
Fantasy.
god, Lil Wayne is really funny. He's so good, so good.
Let's not get off on a tangent here. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. If you were gonna put out like 3 songs as an anime thing to get yourself hyped up,
Oh yeah.
I don't remember names off the top of my head. So
Crossing
this is
Field.
No.
Yes.
Don't talk to
That
me.
song is hype.
Don't talk to me.
No.
No, like
it is a good song, but
like
there
this-
are better songs. It's
I
like,
know, but Lisa smacks.
Okay,
I mean,
Lisa
I
Lisa
can't-
herself, like I will listen to her shit any day,
Yeah.
anytime. You can sit me down. I'm just saying Crossing Field for something to get me hyped. There are too many bad memories associated with that song to make me hyped
Man,
for it.
y'all hate on that stage.
No. Like okay, Alicization and the War of the Underworld.
Yeah.
Those 2 arcs.
Hold
You
on,
can
hold on.
genuinely.
Let's not spoil because I haven't.
No,
finished.
no. I'm not spoiling. I'm just saying those 2 arcs. You can genuinely tell the writer of that show is actually trying to improve what he's writing.
wasn't Gun Gale Online also good?
Gun Gale
Gun Gale was good.
Gun
It
Gale.
was-
Okay, no. Gun Gale.
It was alright.
Listen.
It was alright.
Listen.
It
Gun
was
Gale.
alright.
Gun Gale is good until they start trying to mix VR with the real world again. Because at the end, the main antagonist, Death Gun, he basically gets guns and he shoots people with a regular ass pistol in.
I forgot that the villain was named Death Gun.
yeah.
But
Death Gun. You don't know Death Gun?
how dare you? But he basically shoots the person on the screen and they die, right?
Yeah.
And at first, it was I was like, okay, cool, right? Instead of like actually shooting them, he could be like hacking their nerve gear or whatever that they use that's supposed
Well,
to be
wasn't
safe,
it the
and, like,
the
frying
different
their
like
brain.
better one?
Yeah.
It was like M.
Yeah, it was supposed to
something.
be
I
like
can't
a.
remember. It was
it
like
was supposed to
an
be
upgrade, and that
yeah.
wasn't like as sketch as.
Yeah,
the
it
Nerve
wasn't
Gear.
sketchy. It was supposed to be safe, and then the people were still dying to it. So I was at first like, holy shit! Like this guy may have cracked a code and been able to do that, but instead,
Wasn't it that it's just 3 people are Death Gun?
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, like literally
Yeah.
one person in the game is Death Gun. They have and then they have someone that goes to people's houses.
Yeah,
Kills
them.
which
Kills
is
them.
some
Yeah.
stalker dude that stalks Sinon or Asada in
Yeah.
the real world
and
is,
stabs
like,
them with a
obsessed.
needle.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
overdoses
Yeah,
them.
it's like
Yeah.
some like
like
what-
someone who
what's
plays
the
the
word?
game.
What's the
Someone
word?
who.
We're getting off track again.
Listen, I'm just saying that
Sterilizes them.
Gun Gale, like I know that's some massive spoilers right there. Sorry
Yeah,
about
sorry.
that. But I mean,
it's like 2018. Come on.
yeah. If you haven't watched Gun
it's-
Gale, it's
It's old.
It is the current year.
But like,
That's like 20 years old.
but Gun Gale was okay up until that point. But War of
Well,
the
that was the
Underworld
end,
and
though.
Alicization are really good arcs, and you can tell he's trying to improve his writing. There are still lots of plot holes, and if you are
Oh, yeah, definitely.
someone who is like not even into writing necessarily, but someone who's familiar with combat scenes, you might get bored with a few of the scenes. But you can definitely see, like in one of the fights, one of the characters is fighting in a water environment, and they use his ice affinity to his advantage. And I thought that was kind of cool because usually in SAO the fights are just let me hit you with my sword until you die.
Yeah.
No, that's no. It's usually, hey, I'm Kirito. I'm mad now. You die.
Yeah,
You
basically.
dead. I win.
You hurt my waifu.
I win. Hey.
I know we've talked about it before. I think it was because me and Connor brought it up somehow. But the Sword Art Abridged online.
Oh yeah, Gunga.
Sword Art Online Abridged.
You mean
The
you
abridged
do?
version.
No,
the
the best Sword Art Online season is the Gunga
It's
Online.
not an actual season.
No, we're not talking about.
No, I know
actual Sword Art.
abridged. I know, but
the
the
Abridged
best.
is incredible.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No,
It is
I mean,
so
well, first
good.
I need to catch up on actually watching the whole Sword
Well,
Art
I
Online.
wouldn't say. But no, like the Abridged is so genuinely good, and they do things like they are doing legitimate video editing. They are adding things in, changing things up so that it is good.
Yeah.
And adding, there's like a.
Do they
scene,
take it serious though, or do they just
I mean,
mess
no,
around?
it's a comedy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but like it genuinely has better writing than
Really?
the actual one. Like Kirito goes through an actual arc with Asuna instead of just I'm the best and her going you're the best.
yeah,
They
pretty
fuck.
much.
Yeah, like
And then they have Yui.
like they establish there's like a scene that the dude hand animated because he added in a character that was a mob boss with a cat head that is supposed to be within that world,
Nice.
his abridged Sword Art world. And then it became a character established in the lore and therefore in the series. You know what I mean? Like he goes an extra mile with everything, and
Yeah.
it's so
Nice.
good.
So back on the songs.
Yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, three songs from Animu.
So there was this one. Someone made it. It was like it's not like an official song, but it's from Dragon Ball. It's like when Goku first goes Super Saiyan 3, iconic moment. He starts screaming, and then trap music blows up. I can't remember what it's called, but
I'm gonna limit
Very
it.
high.
I'm gonna limit it specifically to anime though.
it's
Like, not-
Dragon Ball though.
Yeah, but it's like a remix, right?
Well, I mean, not like a remix. I mean, it wasn't originally a song. It was just like, I mean, it had
but
like
he means
background
like,
music.
he means
for
like,
the
Like
anime.
in
music
the
from the
series.
soundtrack.
Okay, so yeah, I guess sure. If you want to consider it a remix, then yeah, I guess that yeah, sure.
I mean, like,
Yes.
it's, like if it's good, it's good. Like that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay, then yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Wait,
I have,
hold
I
on.
have 3 songs now.
I have
Okay.
the song on my phone.
So my first song is Garenge because Lisa sang that song so beautifully.
I was gonna say that one.
Garenge is so fucking good. Please watch Demon Slayer if you haven't. It's genuinely amazing.
It is very good. I put multiple people on
Pee-pee.
yes.
I put
many
multiple
people
pee-pee
on
on
it.
onto that.
Adamas from the
Yes.
yeah, Adamas is really good. And then the last one, it's in the anime. Well, at least I'm hoping it's in the anime. It's the fight against Tiamat in Fate Grand Order.
I was
song.
waiting for a fate.
Well,
I haven't watched Fate.
I like
I'm
Fate
uncultured.
songs a lot, but they all kind of fit into one category. I think the only time I've never been more hyped than the like I'm on my phone and you just start seeing me like shake. I'm like, I'm ready, because you just hear the I forgot what the song's name is called. I have to look it up. But it hits with the start of a drum and it goes dun 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 dun, and just everything leading up to that beforehand. It's just like you have 2 of the grand servants on your side who are like, hey, let's fuck shit up. You have Ereshkigal on your side, and then you have literally everyone on the planet going, all right, well, the world's ending. Let's go kill a god.
I think you're thinking about this song thing too much.
No.
No,
This is
it's
the
good.
only one I'm really thinking about. Like, in depth. But
So
those
I
are my
have this
3.
song on my playlist. It's called "Great Escape" by Cinema Staff. Don't know where the hell it's from. Very good song though. Very hype. I can lift on it.
You got two. You got 2. You got
Yeah.
3 total.
I don't know. I don't have that many anime songs I really listen to. When I go to like maybe.
So this is basically just a recommendation list for you then.
yes.
Yeah. For me, I would have to say one, Grinch.
No. Let's not repeat though.
But-
so that he has a good
Hey,
list.
So I said Crossing Field and The Great Escape
Uh-huh.
right now. That's
So
what I-
and then
so-
Gringe, Adamas, and whatever the Tiamat thing is.
Yeah, I was gonna say Adamas, but he beat me to it. That song smacks.
Mhm.
Okay.
I was playing it in Beat Saber. It's horrible. It's horrible.
So you've already listened to it, but Coffee from Ruby.
Well, yeah, okay. Look, no,
That's-
no,
We're gonna-
Ruby's
you're-
off-
we're gonna-
Ruby's
so
off the
high.
table.
We're
Any
gonna-
It's
song.
not off the
We're
table.
gonna trigger people by saying Ruby's an anime, but it's a fucking anime.
Yeah, it's a fucking anime.
But he's just saying that it doesn't count because every song on Ruby is
If
good.
I had to go
every
with,
song on Ruby.
if I
was
had to
really
go with a
fucking
fucking Ruby song, it'd either be Trust Love or I May Fall. Like those are my
That's
fair.
fair.
Top two.
The ones from this most recent volume
I was gonna say War.
I was gonna War. Yeah.
is so good, and so is I don't even remember what it's called.
Trust Love, the OP.
Is it the one you sent to
No,
me?
Trust
the,
Love?
no,
That's
the
right.
one that played when they were fighting.
Trust Love.
No,
Hey, no spoiler. We already spoiled one. We can't spoil another.
When they're doing a thing.
when they're doing a thing at the end of the season, they're doing a thing, and it's
Uh-huh.
very hype, and it's that song
Mhm.
that's playing there. And
Is it? I was not to. Ironwood.
that's War.
No. War is.
War is that one.
Oh, so you're talking. So the one that I think War is the one you're talking about. Then
I think so.
with.
Because that one is so good.
Yeah, no, I know what you're
It is
talking
so
about.
good. The second that person lands on the ground and the song starts and the lyrics go off. Ooh.
Just so you know the context, like the lyrics step in, like the battle's going and the song's going and it's good, you know.
Yeah.
But it hits a very pivotal point, like a very important turnaround in the fight, and then the lyrics drop, and it like
It's
Yeah, I
it's
love-
good.
I
It's a
love-
good
I
moment.
love. Okay, so in anime, what makes like the super hype, like boss fights or whatever you want to consider them, like super hype to me, is when they play the intro that smacks. That's why I like
Yeah, when
like
they-
Tokyo
yeah,
Ghoul
yeah,
when he
yeah.
was fighting Jason. Oh my god, that was very hype.
That is not
Unraveled
only
smacks.
that is not only just like a prevalent thing in general, but you will find that in RPGs. It's almost not
Well,
even an RPG.
It
if
needs to be a thing for every game or
It's just- it's
anime.
a-
If you have
like
a good
it's
intro,
it is
like,
a trope.
use it.
Yeah, no, it's a trope, and I get that, but it hits you.
Yeah,
it's good.
different, Yeah.
So I agree,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, when I like, so Zach put me on to Tokyo Ghoul as like one of my first animes, like 2 years ago or whatever. Huh?
Nothing.
He doesn't like Tokyo
It's
Ghoul,
edgy as
he's
fuck,
just
dude.
Wrong.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
See?
I was 12. Leave me
Listen,
alone.
it's really
I respect that.
it's really okay. It's edgy, but
See,
like
I-
not.
But
it's not
in
too
like a,
edgy
like, kill
until the
yourself.
end
Now, hold
of
on.
the
Yeah.
season.
I will say I appreciate the manga more because the art style on the covers is.
Oh my god.
just in the covers.
Have you seen
That's why
the-
you appreciate.
Well, I mean,
them
because it's
more.
like painted over and shit.
Well, yeah.
Have you seen the full art?
Not the full art on
no,
covers.
not just that, but the full art of Toka and what is his name?
What Kaneki?
Kaneki getting married.
No,
Oh my god, that full art is so good.
we'll look at it after.
Well, okay. So is the manga colorized?
The manga itself is not. I don't know if there's like.
Then that
I don't-
wouldn't the
I don't-
manga be even more edgy than the show?
Why does that make it edgy?
What,
Because
just
it's
black
like-
and white make it edgier.
Well, because you could use a different art style for it, and therefore make it have a different presence of being edgy.
I don't.
I think I
like,
know what
it
he's
could-
talking
it could
about.
I don't-
but
Different.
I don't
is
grasp
I
what you're
mean.
saying.
Never mind.
no, like
sharper edges on,
No,
the,
it's
on the
like
drawings.
Just the
They
way
make
that
the
they
paper a little.
the way they articulate.
They make it
the-
out of
the style
spikes.
the characters. The way that they articulate the characters in the manga versus the anime could be different. I know a lot of manga do that. Like if you watch JoJo, the manga is obviously gonna look different than the anime.
Well, yes.
but yeah. So that's what I'm saying with Tokyo Ghoul. Wouldn't it be like slightly edgier?
I don't-
Because they
but-
could have like a more dark push on it because of the color, the color
I
contrast.
see what you're saying. I see where you're getting at. I don't see how it would default to making it edgier. You
No,
know what I mean?
I'm asking, wouldn't it be more edgy?
Color?
I mean, because have you seen the anime?
Yeah, I've seen.
Color
And
color
you,
definitely plays a very important part when it comes to
Yes.
determining and setting mood.
Yeah.
So,
So that's what
I,
I'm saying.
I definitely
Wouldn't it be more edgy in that
I,
term?
I have not watched or read Tokyo Ghoul, so I can't really contribute to that conversation, but I
Yeah.
can tell you that I have been very much turned off of something when I read it as a manga versus seeing it like animated and colorized.
Yeah.
If I watch Haikyuu, will you watch Tokyo Ghoul?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
But
It
we're
says-
watching Haikyuu first.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I
That's
have that
fine.
on our
You have to
wish
you
list,
have
or
to
watch
make it
list.
all the
Sorry.
way to one of the. I'll tell you later because spoilers.
If I fucking finish, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Senpai, will you fucking finish something?
Yes.
How many
If you
seasons
watch,
of Haikyuu
if
are
you
there?
finish Rascal Does Not Dream Buttergirl Senpai, I will plow through whatever shows you want me to, just so we can watch the Bunny Girl movie.
Okay, fine.
So how many seasons
I'm
of
making
Haiku
you
are
watch
there?
Haikyuu as well.
Yeah,
There's right now they're coming out with their latest season. There's 3, I want to say, regular seasons, and then there's a 4th. Like, this one season is literally just an entire massive match, and it is by far. Oh no! I changed one of my songs. I changed Adamas to Fly High.
Oh, that's what that was from. I think I beat that in Beat
Yeah,
Saber.
Fly High is fantastic. Because Haikyuu's soundtrack is also from the My Hero soundtrack, or it's from the same composer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I knew it, like, internally, but when I was told that, I went, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I went back and listened to the latest intro that they were doing, because after I was told that, the episode released, and I went, well, bye, I'm getting off Discord. And I watched the first episode, and I came buckets at their new intro, because it's been so long since I've heard their music.
Hey, that's the same with My Hero with the new season 4 OP. Oh my god, it's so much better. I know y'all too. I told y'all oh my god, I despise the beginning of the season 4 the intro. I hated it.
What it is for me with My Hero, and it's usually this way, except for like 1 or 2 intros, is that I don't like it at first, and then I grow into liking it.
Yeah, I didn't grow into it at all in season 4.
See, I am someone who, just because of like such a like feverishly important musical background that I've had growing up, like I like a lot of songs. I have such a variety in my musical taste, because I'm just so appreciative of like how an ensemble comes together. You know, every little piece that comes together. And so my playlists will literally be like, you will go from one end of the spectrum to the other. You'll go from fucking Disturbed to Modest Mouse.
Yeah, I mean, I have some music where it's like I kind of just want to turn my brain off and chill. Like it's just like dumb rap shit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I just find like the beats and the flow nice, but I mean, I know some of the lyrics dumb as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I just turn my brain off and vibe.
Yeah, no, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's this whole talk about music has now, like, as we're talking, I'm listening, I'm like, oh fuck this song. I'm like, oh my god, this song. Wait.
I think My Hero has like some, like not the best, but like some of the best music out there. It's very good.
My Hero's soundtrack, I have adored every single OP so far, like no matter what. When everyone else was like, I'm not really feeling this one, I don't think this one's very good, I'm like, let it hit you.
Yeah.
Let it hit you.
I mean, I know My Hero is like normie as shit, but like
No, the
music
series is solid. It's especially
good, but
it's
just,
like a pretty good starter.
Yeah, it's just so popular that it's
Right,
like
no, yeah.
the normie thing.
I think what it is that because what it is that when you hear the word superhero, you think of like the most basic bitch shit.
Like Superman,
I know
Batman.
Yeah, basically that. Superman, Batman, even some
Which,
of the Marvel
Batman
heroes
smacks,
like
by the way.
Spider-Man. But I'm not saying like any of those shows or characters are bad, of course. A lot of those
Especially
characters
Batman.
have a lot of thought put into except Superman and Batman. What the
No,
fuck
no,
is
no,
up
no,
with
no,
your-
not Batman. No, Superman. Fucking
no.
Batman.
First of all, both of you shut the
Love
fuck
Batman.
up. You don't even read comics.
Shut up, you're bad. Anyway, no. But anyways, back to I'm not saying any of them are bad, of course, like I said. But I do know that. Shut up. It was a joke. It was a joke. Kenny.
Wait, what about Aquaman? What is that?
Aquaman slaps.
Okay, the
Aquaman-
movie.
No,
Jason Momoa
no,
smacks.
don't even start. The movie happened because literally DC or whoever the fuck was like, I am so goddamn sick. Is Super Friends the Super Friends
Oh my
TV
God.
the Super Friends TV show from the 80s and 90s or whatever the fuck?
I think it was from the 60s.
Yeah,
That
no,
shit
whatever.
Was old.
Yeah, it was old, and it fucked Aquaman because
he was
everyone
fucking awful.
Everyone in
yeah.
the series was garbage because it was the fucking 70s, and they're like, "What the fuck do we do?"
No, the best
But then-
super.
and then they were like, "Dude, fuck this! People are making fun of Aquaman," and they made him cool as shit from like early 2000s onward.
See, my favorite
I can
thing
agree with
about
that.
the Aquaman movie was the random moments where there was like it was just mid conversation and then just an explosion. Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Three times throughout Aquaman in order to establish tension were they in the middle of a conversation and it was all quiet and calm, and then suddenly right behind them an explosion happens.
I mean, but the best superhero like Western cartoon type stuff is obviously the Batman in Scooby-Doo series. If you haven't watched that.
Well,
Don't
okay,
know
so
what to
before
do.
we...
I feel like you are, but I just gotta make sure you are memeing, right?
Yes. no. When I was a kid, that shit slapped.
I know,
it was
yeah.
dumb as hell.
No, it slapped when you were a kid. And
Yeah.
now it's like, well, there's
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
like
many
SpongeBob. I mean,
No,
except
No, SpongeBob actually good.
because if you watch the old
Old
SpongeBob,
stuff, yeah.
No.
New SpongeBob is
old SpongeBob is good. New SpongeBob
Yes.
is. But anyway,
It's like
before
brain
we
damage.
before
We're still
we
getting sidetracked.
before we get sidetracked too much, I want to go back. When people hear superhero, they think of that stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
they go,
like
"Oh my
mainly
gosh,
Western
like,
cartoons and
how
stuff.
dare they think of normie shit." But when you actually start watching the show, yes, it does start out very normie-ish. Kid gets superpowers that are really overpowered. But as the show progresses, you actually start getting invested in a lot of the characters. You start seeing the faults of their quirks.
Well, when
And then
done
it all
right.
disappears later on
Yeah.
because they get buffed as fuck.
Yeah, when done right. I mean,
Yeah.
like certain animes, they can establish good character content.
Like SAO, that had such a good fucking foundation, and they ruined it by making Kirito the most overpowered bitch in the planet.
It's my guilty pleasure. Don't hate on me like
Shut
that.
up.
No, I stand by the fact that Sword Art Online was a very good concept. That was
Well, it's because
it was
Hack has like set them up.
right.
Yeah.
It was a very good concept that was like not done at its time. It came at a time where it basically made isekais. Sword Art.
That's debatable.
No,
I
said-
mean
it
it
is-
mainly
It made
yeah.
it a popular thing.
It contributed to it.
I can definitely
But
agree to that.
but yeah, no, SAO was definitely on its own. Fuck you, beach.
We have to fight over our
So-
ideas all the time.
After
Yeah.
you say this,
No,
I
no,
am
I'm
going to
not.
say I'm going to change the subject because we've been talking about anime for 33 minutes.
That's
Who
fine.
cares?
You're
Anime
right. SAO
smacks.
definitely contributed. But then they fucked it.
Yes, no, they had a great concept. They had a great first episode, and then from then on, just sort of started to crumble.
Yeah, they kind of just like switched it up. Like they were like VR,
What's VR?
So, speaking of VR,
Uh-oh.
with the computer that we ended up building that took 8 hours for Amal, it is Amal's new computer, and it is just so colorful. There is so many LEDs in this thing.
So my old computer was called the Grandfather.
The grandfather? Why?
Because it's an old ass bitch, but he's still powerful as hell. And when you hear the word
Nice.
"the grandfather," you immediately default to thinking the mafia. and just the way its color scheme is and everything, it's basically just a few dim red lights, and then the rest of it is black. Except for that graphics card I shoved in there, that MSI 2080 Super.
Yes.
That has rainbow. I need to change it to just be like that stark red color like everything else is.
No.
Once it is. Yeah, I'm doing it. But then this new computer is called the Mini Snow. And the reason I called it the Mini Snow is because it's in a very small chassis. It's a mini chassis, mini tower. And then everything in it is smaller sized except for the graphics card. We had to swap out 3 graphics cards to try and make it fit.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
the 2080 Super that's in the Grandfather right now is actually the one that was supposed to go in the Mini Snow, but it was too big.
It was so big.
I checked dimensions and the website said it would be fine, and then it wasn't. So I had to take the 2080. I bought another 2080 for my grandfather originally because it was supposed to have because the 1070 in it was starting to artifact. So I swapped them out. So I had to take the 2080 from the grandfather and swap it into the Mini Snow. But everything else in it is like white. The case is white. The LEDs are white and blue. And then the fans are also white and blue. The only thing that isn't white and blue is the AIO cooler because I cannot find the configuration settings for it. But whatever. And the reason I called it the Mini Snow, though, is because I was eventually going to build Snow White using a case with the LED screen that would actually have it snowing in the case.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least it would look like it was snowing in the case. However, that case is expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
But now that I bought the new case, I
Just get rich.
just
get money.
Basically.
It's easy.
But on top of that, I'm also still at a period in time where I am not comfortable with manually checking dimensions and making sure everything would be okay in terms of that BC building. I know I can put the parts together if they are right. I just need to be able to make sure they are right
Yeah.
first.
So with that, manually checking, we went to Micro Center the other day.
Hey,
And-
remember, we do not talk about the forbidden subject.
Yes,
about
no,
this
I
venture.
know. But we walked in there and we went in there with the sole purpose of getting a case that would support
2 PCs.
2 PCs in one case. And while we were looking at the cases on display,
I
there
remember
was a
this.
customer that was talking to like one of
sales
the a sales rep that was there, and they were looking at this desk, and the PC is inside of the desk.
Yeah, and it's like water cooled and everything.
Water
Like,
cooled and everything. There's
it's, like,
tempered
built
glass
into it?
It's built
Yeah.
into the desk, and
And you
there's
can't take it
tempered
out?
there's tempered glass on there that's screwed in that you can look in and you can see all the parts, and it's just glowing and everything. It's beautiful.
But you can like take it out. To,
you can
like-
take the tempered glass off to switch the parts out.
I mean, like, can you
But-
like take the PC out, or is it like
The desk is the PC.
is like
The desk is the
desk
case for the
itself-
PC.
So
like,
it's-
imagine if this were like
Yeah.
a hollow foundation for a PC case.
The parts are
You
inside.
put the parts inside of it,
That's
and
so
then
weird.
mount it up and everything, and it's cool.
And you two looked at each other at the same time, and you went, "Fuck."
See, and the thing
Yeah, wait
is,
until you
is
break the
that-
desk, though.
No, the thing is, I have always wanted that type of thing because I've seen that like online before, and I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. But while we were looking around, the guy that was talking to the sales rep over there, he was like, "There's 2 PCs in here," and he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, well, the average PC builder wouldn't want to build 2 PCs in one." And then we walked
average.
up and we're like, "Hey, do you have a case that can support that can support 2 PCs?"
yeah.
Literally-
Here we are not the average.
Tell me, please,
This
it
is
was
not
within,
average.
within.
No,
It was somewhat within
he,
ear range.
he had gone to look at other parts. I don't think he was paying attention to
Oh.
the conversation.
But
So yeah, we pulled the dude over, and I was like, "Hey, do you have a case that can support a dual PC system?" And he goes, "Yep." And I look around it because I didn't see one.
Yeah.
And I go, "Is it on display somewhere?" And he goes, "No."
He goes,
he just
it's sacred.
He didn't even
Relax.
say no. He just looks at them all and goes,
Yeah.
and them all goes, "Okay, well, where is it?"
Yeah. I was like, "Well, I want it, right? And I want to get a dual PC system." And so he was super helpful, and that's
Yeah.
the thing I like about the guys at Micro Center. They are very helpful when it comes to building stuff for you. Like, you tell them, "Oh, I have a budget of $1,000. What can I do to make this work?" And they will go, "Okay," and they go over to their computer and they will get you underneath $1,000. Like, by the time we were done, the dude had us, because I said my budget was 2,700, and
light work, you know, whatever.
listen, for a PC, that's pretty high end. Don't get me wrong, but for 2 PCs, that's like 1.25. I guess it's still pretty high. But anyways, shut up.
It's just normal money, you know.
But we went. So I told him that was my budget, and he got me like at 2,600 with tax.
Nice.
The thing is that I wanted more in it, so I kind of
course.
went,
Kept
"Give me
upgrading.
more," and he went, "Okay."
And not even that, like once, and then we had it at like a higher price,
Yeah.
and then we printed it out, and he was like, "How did this all fit on one page?"
We're
and then he
missing
goes,
things.
"Shit, we're missing the fans." This
Oh, the
thing,
16
this thing has
fans.
16 fans,
Jesus.
8 in the front, 6 on top, and 2 in the back.
So 8 intake, 8 outtake. Jesus Christ. And then when we were picking up the PC cooler as well, I was like, because I know my stuff relatively, but I had watched a video that kind of contradicted it. So I asked him, like, should I go with an AIO? And then one of the other sales reps came over and he was like, "Do you know how to custom water cool your PC?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "You should learn. It's not that hard." And I go, "You're probably not wrong, but I'm already spending a lot of money here today.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to spend any more than
Yeah.
I need to." So he goes, "Understandable." And then the other sales rep was like, "Yeah, you also talked about upgrading your PC down the line. So I think putting in custom water cooling for that as well."
That's like once you put in custom water cooling, that's like you putting in the stamp of like you're done.
Yeah.
Like I'm not upgrading this.
Ever.
For years.
Like, once it's done, it's done. I'm not gonna custom water cool a PC until it has like an i9 with a 2080 Ti in it.
Yeah.
And that's like,
You know, just cheap stuff.
That's
No,
you know
no,
you-
that's-
you
that's-
have an i9 and you have a 2080.
I have
you just need
2080
the
Super.
Ti.
yeah, no, the Ti, the difference between a Ti and a Super, like, a Super is already really overkill for gaming. TI is like
above.
like not even like imagine a 2080 Super is like jumping off of a 3-story building. A TI is like jumping off of a cliff.
Yeah.
See
the TI,
that's
the 20,
5 million feet in the air.
The 2080 Ti itself, that one part is about as much as the PC that we're about to be building.
Yeah, no, like it's fucking crazy.
And so anyway, he was like, yeah, there's a case that can support 2 PCs. I think it's called the Obsidian 1000D. And we were like, oh. And then once we got all the parts out and everything, and he printed it off, and,
so
Amal was like,
I go, I need a car, I think. Let me go grab one. And he goes, no, let me get a trolley out. You're gonna need it. And I go, what? And he goes, and I'll be right back. And he goes to leave. So me and Zach go look at some keyboards and mice for a little bit. And I go back to stand over there. And this dude wheels out like a trolley the size of this table. Maybe a little longer in terms of width here. And on it is this massive ass heavy box. And I go, what the fuck did I just buy? I bought a PC case, not a fucking nuclear bomb.
yeah.
He was walking on his way over. He's like, oh god. He's like sweating. He grabs the little device thing, the little microphone. And he's like, guys, we got an Operation Obsidian here. We gotta get the Stormkiller black hole out. I need some fucking help.
And
he's like, guys, we finally got someone to buy it.
Yeah, no. See, the thing is that so he wheeled it over, and I stood next to it, and it goes up to my waist. Like, it stands up to my waist. And we get all the parts and on top of it, and we were ready to leave, and he goes, there's gonna be some parts waiting up front for you. Because he
And then he brings out another trolley.
No. And so we start going over to the line, and the line is so long.
Yeah,
for the checkout.
It wrapped around 2 of the shelves, the shelving areas that they have for stuff. It wrapped around 2 of those. And we're like, holy fuck.
The good thing was that they had so many registers open.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a long wait, but like the line was super long. But while we were in there,
so many people
were looking at this trolley that had the biggest PC case.
Wait, did
you
y'all
could ever
take
see.
it from the car back into the store?
So, give me a second. So what happened was, I looked over, right, to look at them all while he was talking, and I see this woman in the back meet eyes with the case, and her face goes, "Is that the Obsidian?" And she tapped her husband. It was like, and I just see her mouth go, "Why?"
No. She vocally said why. Because one of the dudes that was literally next to us in line, I was having a chat with him, and he was like, "Oh, what are you gonna use the PC for?" And I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be dual PC system, so we're gonna have 2 people playing on it at the same time, or because we have a person in our group who also likes to game and stream, so he'll get pretty much uncompromised performance there." We were chatting, and all I hear is "why" if I'm from the back, and I look, and it's the woman that you're talking about who's got her mouth open.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
It's the Obsidian 1000D. Can you relax?
She's standing there with the little thumb drive, and it's little you take it off the shelf, little piece of wrapping,
Yeah.
and she's like, how many did he buy?
I got the Obsidian 1D. What the?
1,000 in it.
And so we get up to the guy, to the register, and he goes, "I don't think that case is big enough." and I look at him and I go, "That's exactly what I was telling you."
You look at the receipt and you think, I think the fuck not.
I was thinking double the size. I mean, I don't know what y'all were thinking.
And so anyway, we start talking to the cashier and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, I just recently finished my build, blah, blah, blah. It took me a couple hours." And then we explained that the one that we built took 8 hours, and how long this one's probably going to take. And so then he's like, we get all the stuff scanned and bagged, all the PC parts. And then he's like, do you want to one of our sales reps to bring this out into the loading zone for you? And we were like, yeah, sure. So we go back, and we bring Amal's car to the loading zone, and the guy wheels it out. And he starts picking it up. Obviously, this thing is heavy as hell. So he's having he's having trouble trying to pick it up. And he can't get it in Amal's car, because Amal's doors don't open wide enough to get the PC case inside of it.
There was enough interior.
It was too big for the trunk.
Yeah, this.
Bullshit.
It was too big for the
You
trunk.
can't put the
No.
back seats down?
No. Remember, my car's a 4-door, and it's it's not like an SUV or anything. It's like a very small Yaris.
Yeah, but there's still.
What kind of car do you have? What's your license plate
he
number?
can't leave.
I need all this information.
Well, you can just walk outside and see that, my friend.
What kind of car do you have though?
It's a silver Yaris. So
Yaris.
Yaris.
Never heard of
It's
it.
like
It's
a
Lexi's old car. Lexi's like first car.
like
The,
it's
little
it's
red
a
one.
downgrade of the Camry.
I don't know much about cars. I'm not a car dude.
It's whatever.
I don't
But-
have a tiny dick.
But basically,
just chilling, bro.
No, Zach has a tiny dick. Everyone knows who has pickup. Everyone knows anyone who has a pickup truck is compensating.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. You interrupted me because right after you said I'm not a car guy, and before you said I don't have a tiny dick, I was about to say you look like you'd be a car guy. so you interrupted me just in time for me to not drop that little accidental piece of burn in.
So
No,
anyway,
cars, it's just I
I'm
hate
kidding,
cars. My mom
but-
is forcing me to drive her car. I hate it.
anyway,
It's a
I'm
waste of
kidding
money.
as well,
Waste of
Zach.
money.
I love your pickup truck.
thank you.
It's
So,
loud. I can
back-
like he doesn't even have to text me to be like, "Yo, I'm here." I just hear it
Yeah.
coming in the neighborhood.
So back
It's
to the
loud.
story. We could not fit it in the car at all.
Even in the front seat, which did open all the way.
Even in the front seat.
So the frame of the car was
Well,
just
wouldn't
too
the front
small.
seat be the
But
smallest?
here's the problem. The thing that pissed both of us off
Yeah.
was that whenever he tried to get it in the front seat, he couldn't
No.
get it in the front seat. So whenever he put it down, he put it on its corner and then backed up and put his hands like this and just let it drop.
And I was about to because when he first he only did it once, but that was enough to get me riled up because what he did. And trust me, when you spend the amount of money I did on this case,
Is this a different dude that did it?
no,
Not the
it's
cashier.
same
This
dude.
is not the same as the cashier.
No,
Like,
yeah.
not the sales
it's,
rep?
Yeah.
It's just someone who loads stuff in. But what he did is that he tried to push it in. He didn't even tip it on its corner. What he did is he tried to push it in, and it
Yeah.
didn't fit. And then he pushed off of it and let it fall on its side.
Yeah, and it
And
literally
I was-
rolled.
Yeah,
And then
I
you're
was
just like, okay.
I was
All
about
right.
to get the box and smash this dude with it. Bitch, do it again.
Well, we successfully delivered your baby. You're not paying us for anything else, so.
I was baffled.
Yeah.
honestly.
What did y'all do? Did
I
y'all,
don't think
no,
we
did
didn't
y'all,
say
like-
anything.
Yeah, no, I just
I
kinda-
looked at him.
I
So
just-
surprised.
Yes,
He was
I
just
watched
like,
it
I
hit
am
the
the-
floor, and I go.
and I literally just stared at him for a couple seconds, really. Dude?
I didn't
What
even
the
know
fuck
what
is
to
wrong
do.
with
He looked so pissed off that he couldn't get it in the car too. That's why he just gave up.
Yeah.
And he
Like
was
he
like,
looked
"Alright,
so
I'm
mad.
out."
But I don't think he understood how expensive this case was.
Did you tell someone?
Yeah, y'all should have.
We didn't know.
We
Why?
should've.
We
Yeah,
should
why
have,
did you
yeah.
not?
Yeah.
But
Well, it
horrible.
just slipped our mind at the time because I
Yeah.
was just
I mean,
more focused
You were
on
just
getting
like,
the
you
case.
die now.
You looked at it like. I'm sorry.
I
like,
was
it gave you brain
I couldn't
damage.
believe that he did that. But so we had to go home, and we had to drive back with my truck to get this case.
Y'all just left it in the parking lot.
No, they took it back in.
Yeah, we took
Yeah,
it-
but-
They left it on the spot where he just let it drop.
We're like, we'll be back.
Someone else will pick it up or
And
something.
so whenever we came back, we loaded it into the back of my truck. And while we were driving, this case is so heavy, it didn't move at all.
Great.
It did not slide around in the tiniest bit.
I know you picked it up out there and you said this
I
wasn't
expected
heavy.
that thing to be like,
No,
y'all
well-
were talking. Like,
well, here's
it
the
was
thing.
super heavy
Well,
for a
here-
case. Yeah, it's heavy.
Well, no, not even that. Out there, it's not that heavy because
In
I
the
picked
box.
it. In the box.
Yeah.
In
Is
the
there
box,
extra stuff in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that. It's the fact that the glass panels aren't on. It was off, and it was pushed down into this massive foam. And the
Yeah.
foam itself isn't that heavy, of course.
Wait,
But when
so
you
did
have-
y'all have to build it when you took it out of the box?
We
and,
just put the
it-
doors
you had
on.
to you had to put the door on.
So it was scattered throughout the big.
Yeah,
ass box?
Yes.
yeah, and they
Okay.
they basically cushioned everything in tight and
Yeah.
compact as you could. So
they should
all
have.
of that, yeah. I mean, obviously, if they didn't do that, I would. And I saw scratches on that shit. I would
Yeah.
be like, all right, I'm gonna go kill someone at Micro Center.
Time to burn down Micro Center corporate.
Time to kill the kid who dropped my box.
Yeah. No, so once we got it inside, which by the way was a pain in the ass to get inside.
That's why you need to go to the gym, dog.
So no, because the garage is so crowded and it's such a big ass case.
yeah.
And so
why didn't y'all just take it through the front door?
because I don't park in the front.
I know, but you
And
could've
so
just
shut up.
screwed
And
it.
so anyway, then
Yeah,
we
so I'm trying to be sensible. Okay.
we
Yeah, yeah.
we
Stop
got
trying
it
to think
inside
correctly.
and we were like, this is not gonna go up the stairs. And so we were like, let's open it up and see if we can take some stuff out to make it lighter, and then we'll take it up the stairs. So we open it up, and we're like, oh, these two things, because like the case was in the center. And we were like, holy shit, this thing is actually massive. And then there were two big rectangles on either side of the case. And we were like, oh, it's extra foam.
Wait, so at this point you haven't even seen it? Like,
No.
like
Yeah, no,
you
we
haven't
haven't seen
actually
it.
seen
We
it.
haven't
yet.
opened
We
the
haven't.
box
It was
at all.
just in box the whole time.
Like,
And
yeah.
so
So
we-
on the box, they didn't like show you what it looked like.
No, it
we
does.
saw it in the pictures.
We saw the
Okay.
dude had pictures of it, and then also on the case it has like a diagram showing.
Yeah, no,
all
because
the
you
different
said they were
components
like
that pull apart.
display. No.
And so
It's sacred.
we started taking out the sides because we thought it was just like extra packing.
Yeah.
And then we were like, why is this so heavy? And so we opened it up, and I was like, I think it's the side panels, Amal.
And
He
I
goes,
go-
there's no way.
Yeah, I go, no fucking way, dude. The side panels have already got to be on. And then I open it up a little bit, and sure enough, there's glass panels right in there. And I
side
go,
panel.
holy shit.
And
Put
so
this back.
we realized once we got it upstairs and we took the side panel out, it's not even like one that you screw in. It's a fucking door. It's literally
has
a
hinges and
magnetic
everything?
dork. It's a dork. It's a fucking dork.
Fucking
Dork,
loser.
Give me your lunch money.
We just hear it like crashing down the stairs outside, and there's a note that you called me a dork. I don't want to function.
I don't
for
want
you.
to.
That's probably why the kid dropped it out of your car.
Yeah,
Like, you
'cause there's a
fucking dork.
So anyway, the reason why I started the story,
Yeah,
which I forgot, was that while this dude, like, we gave him the budget, he walks over to the computer, doesn't say a single word to us, pretty much, for like 15 minutes as he's just building this PC. Like, he's mathing everything out. And then he's going back to the case, looking at the dimensions for each part, and then it's like, oh, that's a little too high. That's a little too high. He goes and gets like a smaller, like a smaller
Lower
height part.
profile.
And then like he just keeps putting it all, and he goes, "Where's my UFO?" And he like starts like literally, because that's what one of the fans was called. And then like he just kept getting all the things, and he's like, "I don't think that's gonna fit." And then he just kept going back and forth, and I was like, "How is he like
You gave him a fucking
doing this?
project.
That yeah, I know."
Well, I mean, because I did the same thing as well. Like, it's not as advanced as him,
Yeah.
right? But on PC Part Picker, I usually kept in mind clearance, except for the fucking graphics card, which the site lied to me about.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Tough.
I mean, like, I looked at the the CPU cooler. I looked at the RAM cards, make sure there was enough clearance between the AIO and the cooler. I made sure the AIO was compatible. I made sure that, like, literally everything would go as smoothly as it could, because I knew that somehow we were already going to fuck this up.
Yeah.
And we did, but I wanted to make sure that we got it right in the end.
And the only part that we could not get at Micro Center was a power supply
That supplies
supported
1,200 watts of power. And let me tell you, that is a lot of power. That
Yes.
will kill you, kid.
And it was the only thing that they didn't have, because there's like, also not only does it give that much power, but it actually has all the like spots that you need to plug everything in. So that
For
one
a
we
dual
had to
system.
get on Amazon.
Yeah, which is
But-
coming in at 10 p.m. today.
And we're building it.
And it's 9:40, baby.
So yes, that PC is gonna look so good.
I'm going to cum buckets.
We do need
So
We need to get peripherals as well.
that. We need to get peripherals, and then we also needed to make a name for it.
I
We're
was
trying
thinking
to think
God's
of a name.
Paradise.
God's
Because,
Paradise.
fuck, dude, that PC's big, and like eventually that's going to be on level with Too Many Snows. Not right now, because whoo, lots of money.
Yeah.
And probably I'm not gonna get like i9s, but I'm at least gonna get like, because there's already a 2060 in there, but I'm probably gonna get
just
a
keep the name Obsidian 1 million D.
I just thought of the name
Upgrade
Twin
it.
Towers.
Oh no!
That's not happening.
All right, end of the podcast.
Dual-
Bye.
It's a dual-
Honestly,
demonetized.
that's kind of pog. Lead poggers.
Honestly, we could probably like come up Obsidian something. If anyone's got any ideas,
Yeah, please
before we
post
build
it in the
this,
comments.
yeah, do that.
Obsidian 1 million D. I'm sticking with it.
No, that's too basic. Obsidian.
I
Giant.
said Black Oblivion.
Black Oblivion.
Yeah.
That sounds like something else.
What else does that sound like?
A big old black pee-pee.
A black dildo.
Don't you know your penis is Come on.
Come on, get your sexual analogies.
The plural of penis is peni.
Oh, yeah, you're
This
right.
podcast
Your
went
mom's
from
a
0 to
peanut.
100 real quick.
Anyways, should we be ending soon because you have to take Ethan home and it's 9:40?
Yes.
I'm big gay.
So that he's not grounded from reading.
Yeah,
This
because his mom still thinks that Zach's giving him weed, so he's
Yeah.
not allowed to come
No.
home
I mean,
can't
a
y'all tell?
second after 10.
So the only reason why now is because he has to help his brother tomorrow. But so
Yeah.
yes, it is only we are cutting it a little bit short for our normal podcast. So sorry about that, especially
have to,
because
I
we didn't
mean-
have one last week.
I really don't care.
No, it's okay. But
Fuck it.
anyway, so thank you
Listen,
guys for
I
coming
don't
out.
want to get you in trouble for you hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Because then you can
No,
come
I'm
back
not.
and hang out
My
with
mom's
us more.
probably
Exactly.
like dead asleep. It's my stepdad who
I
just
just don't wanna
chill
take the
and
risk.
Yeah,
rest,
no,
too.
no chances, man.
It's good.
because then we can't
I'll
hang
be
out and
back
watch
next
anime.
week.
So yeah, thank you guys for coming out and watching, and I will see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.